The adventure you are about to embark upon was already in existence. It simply came through me, not from me. So I'm honored to share this, and I hope you have an absolutely incredible journey through your mystical Odyssey Imaginative. Greetings, beloved soul friend, and welcome to this sacred, mystical time, this personalized, mystical Odyssey Imaginative. Let us begin by simply bringing loving presence to the state of existence in this miraculous now moment. By breathing in and breathing out. And as you inhale, imagine that there are trillions of sparkling, glowing lights that are gravitating towards your being, streaming from every corner of the universe, not just the atmosphere where you are, but the actual infinite universe itself, and these trillions of glowing embers, these sparkling, glistening, shimmering specks of wonder are coming in from all directions and gravitating straight towards your being. And as you breathe in, the magic and healing of these glowing sparks is absorbed by every crevice of your being. They are like diamonds. They are like glowing stars. They are like stardust. They are like glowing fireflies. But they have no thing. They are no thing. They are beyond the concept of anything that could be. So trillions of glowing, shining, shimmering sparkles. Imagine them as small circles, smaller than your thumbnail. Trillions of these glowing circular lights are streaming in from every corner of the omniverse. And as you breathe in, they are absorbed by your being. And they begin to bathe you in healing. They begin to bathe you in love. And they begin to ground you in presence. And as you breathe in these trillions of glowing, sparkling, magical, dancing, floating orbs of crystalline wonder are welcomed into your being as the air of life force is ignited by your breath and your heartbeat. And as you breathe in this light on your inhale, your exhale allows it to circulate through your beingness. And what was once random dots of light outside of you is now a fluid stream of light through you, inside of you, around you. And these streams of light begin to flow up and down your spine to begin with. And then it begins to expand and create various circular shapes around the edges of your body, about 1 to 3 feet away from your body. It creates this energetic vortex where these streams of light are circling around you in every direction. And eventually, instead of there being streams of light, there is simply an entire egg shape of light surrounding your body and your essence, and you are completely enveloped in this light. And you continue to breathe and you focus on your breath and you focus on your heartbeat. And you affirm to your soul self that you are grounded in the presence of your breath. And you are divinely aligned with the love of your heartbeat. And in this loving presence, you are whole and complete. And everything else fades away. Safely encompassed in this egg of light, you begin to dissolve into the space of energy that is the true essence of your being. Rather than simply being a physical human being in a physical body living in a physical world, you are immediately ignited, sparked, and shifted in a new transcendent fashion. And you expand the awareness of your being and know that you are in truth pure, infinite, cosmic energy, encased in the divine expression of the human experience. And you begin to feel into the space of this egg of light. And the world around you dissolves entirely. The physical world suddenly does not exist. And the egg of light that you are encased in begins to float. But this is a different sensation than floating in a physical body. For if a physical body floats, then there is a lack of being grounded and a lack of solidification in the grounded sensation of the true essence of all your beingness. But instead, the physical world no longer exists, so you are fully grounded in the fact of your essence as pure energy, and thus you are limitless and may be energetically teleported to any realm of experience imaginable. And so the you beingness, you of you energy beingness, of light you in the eggness of beingness you, begins to float. But instead of floating through time and space, you are floated through dimensions. And the egg beingness of you-ness, energy-ness, energy, G, G, N, G. Focus on the sounds without the word. N, G. And breathe into the N and swirl with the and exhale with the G. Energy, 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 energy. And the egg of energy, this pure light, the most vibrant light ever conceived, a light that transcends any light that could be perceived by the human eyes. This is a light that is too bright to fathom, for if human eyes looked into this light, they would be immediately blinded. But you are not looking through your human eyes, you are looking through the single eye of your true self. And so you may easily see this light, for it is the truth of your beingness. The egg of light that encases the energy of you is now in a giant womb of the universe before it became the universe. And all throughout this infinite womb are infinite eggs of light. And there is the essence of you in the light egg that encases the energy of you-ness, beingness. And all around you are hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of eggs of light. This light is brighter than the sun if you were standing a foot away from its fire. This light is brighter than could ever be imagined. And it is everywhere, and it touches everything. And because it is pure light, it unifies all other beams and beings of light. So even the eggs that are in the west corner of the womb of the universe have the ability to vibrationally attune with the eggs in the far east womb region. Because even though there is an infinite expanse of conceived distance when considering orientation in time and space, this womb of the universe before it became the universe has no separation. There is only infinity and light. There is no time, there is no space, there is no physical matter. And thus, even the eggs of light in the far west region of the womb of the universe can vibrationally touch the eggs of light in the far east womb of the universe. These trillions of eggs of light are all linked together through one unified web of pure light. But the light itself cannot be conceived by the human mind. For again, if human eyes were to see this light, they would be immediately blinded. But we are at the beginning of all universes before humans existed. So thankfully, there will be no human eyes here to be blinded, for this light exists before the beginning of time itself. And here you are, floating in this egg of pure light. And here you are, just floating in this egg of pure light. Pure energy. Breathe in this light that surrounds you. Breathe in this light that is you. Breathe in the trillions of eggs of light that surround you with unconditional love. For this is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning before there was a beginning to the beginning of beginnings. And in this space, the universe only has love and light. There is no other expression but love and light. There are no individuations. There are no specificities. There are no details. There is no mortality. There is no physicality. There is pure love and pure light. And so the trillions of eggs of light that surround you are deeply and intimately connected with the egg of light that is you. And the bridge of light linking these trillions of eggs with each other and you has these miraculous pulsations of pure love, pure light, pure love, pure light, pure love, pure light, pure love, pure light, pure love, pure light. And you breathe deeply into this light, and you allow this light to permeate and penetrate every crevice of your beingness, and you feel the egg of light surrounding you begin to move with more energy and expand into greater pulsations of love and light, the original substance of the universe itself. And as you breathe even deeper into the sacred power of this transcendent, luminescent now moment, you begin to hear a song reverberate through the cosmos. But instead of human ears picking up vibrations that might be translated as sound, this is instead a vibration that seeps through the energy of the egg of light that surrounds you and flows straight into your heart without being translated by the human brain. Imagine seeing the following song as streams of light and feeling it as vibrations rather than hearing it as a song through your ears. Stretch your imagination and play with possibility. And you listen with your heart as you hear these songs reverberate through the cosmos that surrounds you. Yati ai vashei goyanar gayavori ai ashar ganaki ai ovomor ei vai ai amori ai gunar kei yuri ashi arve yamargae. Imagine the energies of this love and joy and heavenly song dancing through the cosmos throughout these trillions of eggs of light. Imagine it almost like a fireworks display or Christmas lights dancing to the rhythm of a song, lights moving throughout the cosmos and vibrations erupting through every cell of your being. Guru ai vai me kurashe avoti agai yamashare kunagear kotiar veyamona koturi aya oya kai ario. A language of pure love and light reverberates through the cosmos and flows straight to your heart. Rather than being like a sound heard by human ears translated through a mortal brain, this is a sound that is different from sound, and yet comes through and beyond all concepts of sound. And this language of pure love and pure light reverberates through your sacred soul and begins to activate a divine remembrance of the truth of your beingness and the you-ness that existed since the beginning of the beginning of the beginning, before there was a beginning to the beginning, long before the illusionary limitation of a human experience. And you feel into the egg of light that you are, linked with trillions of other eggs of light in the universe before it was a universe. And suddenly through the cosmos there comes a great big explosion of light, and light begins to explode across the omniverse. And it is the ecstatic pulsation of love seeking to expand and know itself in trillions of infinite ways in a limitless reality of infinity and immortality. And from the safety and comfort of the egg of light that encases you, where you are linked with these trillions of other eggs of light, you bear witness to a great explosion of light beaming through the cosmos, erupting its divine magnificence. The trillions of eggs of light begin moving across the universe, the omniverse, the multiverse, before it actually was a universe, omniverse, multiverse. And in every corner of the universe, omniverse, multiverse, there begins to be these magnificent explosions of light. Something like a display of fireworks, but 300 trillion times more magnificent. And these lights and explosions are clearly gestures of unconditional love and sovereign, divine, sacred, holy light. They are not like violent explosions, they are like ecstatic explosions. And from each explosion of light comes the new possibility of a new universe. And the galaxies themselves begin to form in their infinite wonder. Now, as you witness the display of ecstatic explosions of light that could be similar to fireworks, streaming up and out and across and exploding into a magnificent array of beauty and wonder and divine dazzlement. As you enjoy these ecstatic explosions of love light frequencies, you take a moment to reconnect with the power of your breath and your heartbeat. And you breathe in the beauty, the ecstasy, the uplifting, healing energies of expansion as you witness the display of cosmic explosions. And you breathe in this light and this love, and as you breathe out ever so slowly, you allow its energies to circulate through your beingness. Breathe in. Keep breathing in as much as you can breathe in, and then slowly audibly if you want. Exhale. And let it all go. Breathe in. And keep breathing in until you just can't breathe in anymore. And then very slowly breathe out. And feel free to make as much sound as you wish as you breathe. And simply breathe, and then let yourself feel the breath that you are actually breathing. And then feel into the space of the egg of light that you are, allowing all scenes to dissolve now, slowly fading. It is just back to you and the egg of light that surrounds you. These flowing streams, the light of this egg that surrounds you never stops flowing. It is not a static egg of light. It's multiple streams of light that constantly move and thus create a shape of an egg that surrounds you a few feet away from your body. And now this egg of light shifts and floats and flutters through infinite dimensions of consciousness and lands ever so gently in a sacred field of grass. And you immediately feel like laughing and crying because you have never ever in your entire eternal existence touched grass that felt so soft and luscious. This is definitely no grass that could ever be felt or seen or perceived or experienced on the EarthPlane. It is a grass that is the most soft and luscious texture of the cosmos. If comparing experiences to something tangible on the EarthPlane, it might be like the most incredible carpet rug that has the most soft texture that could ever be created of anything available on the entire EarthPlane. And the carpet itself stands about 5 to 6 inches tall and has depth and texture and luscious sensations to the amount of softness it provides. But this is grass and it grows in nature several inches deep and the softest, most luscious feeling imaginable. And you immediately feel like laughing and crying just because it feels so wonderful. You've never felt anything like this. How could something so glorious possibly exist? And you take a moment to let your hands and your feet enjoy moving through the luscious sensation of this indescribably soft grass. And its green is more brilliant than any color you have ever seen in your entire life. It's hard to describe how bright it is. It's almost like it's made of light. It's so bright. The color of it is so illuminated by the essence of light it is formed of. And you look up for the first time after focusing on the ground beneath you, and your jaw begins to drop with awe and wonder at the scene that is before you. It is the greatest expanse of heavenly realms that could ever be imagined. There are waterfalls, and there are mountains, and there are trees, and there are rolling hills and fields of flowers of every kind you can imagine, growing in the billions and trillions. There are beautiful, luminescent castles their shapes and sculptures, so warm and welcoming, your heart immediately softens and you immediately feel so worthy and welcome to be here. And you look out and you can hardly even conceive of the beauty that you are beholding. Waterfalls and rolling hills and colors of every kind, trees and flowers of every kind imaginable, kinds you couldn't have even imagined existed. You are seeing more colors and more varieties of colors than you ever knew could possibly exist. And then there are these magnificent castle-like structures, but it's just like nothing that could ever exist on the EarthPlane. It is so glorious and so divine and so holy and so majestic and so magnificent. And you chuckle to yourself because you know that the human version of you might feel apprehensive about being here. Like, who am I to be in such a place of royalty where only majestic kings and queens might stand? But the true essence of you, the soul of you, the energy of you knows that this is your home. This is the eternal space of your true existence. And you are the royalty that belongs here. And so you chuckle to yourself as you release all human identities and you step into the limitless, infinite, immortal, eternal, sacred, transcendent, holy essence of your true beingness. And you smile from ear to ear and you breathe in the freshest air you've ever tasted. Yummy, yummy air. The air itself is more delicious than cotton candy. Just to breathe it is the satisfaction of eating the most delicious meal. It tastes sweeter than the scent of 1,000 candles. And as you stand on the softest grass you've ever felt and gaze out into the most beautiful scene imaginable with all of the multiple waterfalls, so tall and majestic and magnificent, and the huge, ginormous, enormous mountains, and the beautiful hills rolling with colors and varieties of every type of plant conceivable by the God mind, even those that do not exist on the EarthPlane at this time. And that creating the environment where these majestic palaces and castles and huge building structures stand in great divine beauty and holy royalty. And you breathe in the healing beauty of this place. And then you see a group of dozens and dozens, maybe 100 beings start running towards you. But they are not like beings on the EarthPlane, where they are perceived with a rigid boundary of physical flesh. Instead, they are beings of pure light, where light actually emanates from the essence of what could be perceived as their body, and thus outstretches beyond the solidification of their form and allows for a greater reach of their beingness. And there is so much light streaming from, through, and between these dozens and dozens, maybe 100 different beings. that there really isn't much separation between them. The light emanating from one flutters and flicks and connects and dances with the light streaming from another being, and so on and so forth. And this group of nearly 100 beings of pure light begin just running towards you. And they are all smiling from ear to ear. But they're not just smiling with their mouth that you might see with your eyes. They are smiling from their heart that you feel with your heart. The energy of you actually feels the energy of them smiling. And they are so excited to see you. They come running up in pure ecstasy. They have been waiting for you for so long. They have been waiting for this moment to run up and embrace you with unconditional love. They have been looking forward to this reunion, and they are so excited to see you. They drop everything and come straight towards you with open arms. And you again begin to feel like laughing and crying because you feel such love and such joy and simply being so welcome here in this place of beauty and magnificence and love. And these hundreds of light beings, different varieties of what you might call angels, but they're really not that specific. But these dozens and dozens, nearly 100 beings of light come running up to you, and they surround you and create a big magnificent circle all around you. And they are all talking to you. But they are not talking with words. They are not speaking with words. They are speaking with energy. And the energy of their expressions that would be described as talking or speaking come out in these different streams of light. And so from this light being, a stream of pink and magenta comes flowing to you and envelops you with a message of love. And from this other light being, this flowing ember stream of light of different turquoises and blue greens of oceanic wonder come streaming towards you and fill you with sacred peace. And these dozens and dozens of light beings surround you, and they are all talking to you, but they are not talking with words. They are speaking in energy and colors and light and eternal vibrational songs of the soul. And without even intending to, you notice that you are dancing. You didn't mean to. You didn't decide to start dancing. But the energy is so wondrous, you can't help but freely move. And your body is moving with such ecstasy and fluid unity that you do not feel like a physical person dancing. You feel like this infinite expanse of energy streaming through the cosmos that has no limits to the way that it can move. It is not just an arm moving up and an arm moving down. It is a stream of energy playing jump rope with the universe itself. And you take a few moments, feel free to pause here as long as you wish to enjoy this scene. Noticing the luscious grass beneath your feet that is a brighter green than you could ever imagine, as it is made of pure light rather than a solidified color. And it is softer than anything you've ever felt. And all surrounding you is the most heavenly paradise you could ever possibly imagine. Vibrant colors, infinite expanse, variety beyond your wildest dreams, and great royal majesty of magnificent paradisal perfection. And you stand in the center of it all, surrounded by dozens and dozens of angelic type beings of light. And they know you. They know the real you. They know the soul song of you. They know the N-R-G of you. They know the heart of the true you. They know the beingness of your inner child liberated you. They know your immortal, eternal soul song self, you. They know the you that was you before you were you and conceived of a you to be you. They know you. These dozens and dozens, nearly 100, angelic type beings of light in this heavenly paradisal dimension. They know you. And you know them, but not in a way that you might think. For in the human experience, you know other humans by the ability for your neural wiring to recognize them based on your past experiences. This is different than that. It is your soul recognizing the energy of their soul. It is the energy of your open heart connecting with the energy of their open heart. It transcends the human experience. It transcends time and space. It transcends anything and everything you've ever known, or anything and everything you ever thought you could know. And it is a greater sense of unconditional love than you have ever felt in your entire existence. So please pause here for as long as you wish and spend some time in this space. And perhaps you simply remain where you are in the middle of this field, exchanging energetic messages of pure light and color and sound and vibration and heavenly song with these light beings. Perhaps you take some time to go explore. Maybe you frolic through the flowers. Maybe you bathe in a waterfall. Maybe you climb the steps of a castle and climb to the very tip-top tower and overlook the whole expanse from a new perspective. Perhaps you take time to have a feast with your friends in the palace or in one of the gardens. Perhaps you invite just a few of the light beings off to a private conversation and you have a reunion and you catch up on a soul level. Perhaps you dance and twirl and allow your energy to climb trees, for in this space of pure energy, you simply intend to climb the tree and you climb it without limitation. It doesn't matter how many branches are available or how tall the tree is, you have the energetic ability to shimmy up any tree you wish. And so you are divinely invited to linger in this space for as long as you wish, and to allow the journey to take you where you are meant to be in this moment. And with each return to this mystical Odyssey imaginative, you may have a different type of experience in this setting, exploring something new that it has to offer, or creating one specific experience that you return to, and the power of it grows stronger with each visit. But please allow the energy of this space to guide you where you are meant to be right now, for your highest good in the journey of your soul's liberation and expansion, and the sacred process of the divine remembrance of all that you are. For this space of heavenly paradisal perfection is the truth of your beingness. It is your true home. It is your true self. And it has missed you more than you have missed it. Just as you have desired for this reunion of unconditional love and pure light, this space has been waiting for you too. So linger here and explore and see what this space has to offer in this sacred, timeless, eternal now moment. And you begin to give these light beings big, giant hugs with tears of love and joy and gratitude rolling down your etheric cheeks. And you feel these streams of pure light flow through your beingness, almost as if there was these energies of love and light gently tracing, pure, potent, restoring love across every crevice of your skin. But it is more than that. It is bigger and it is better because it is energy and it is limitless and it is pure and it is sacred and it is holy, just like you. And you begin to give these light beings giant hugs, thanking them for sharing this time and space with you, thanking them for always remembering you even when you sometimes forget where you have come from and the royal roots of your divinity. And you glance around with awe and appreciation at the beauty of your homeland in the heavenly realms of higher dimensions that your consciousness originally comes from. And you feel so at home here. You feel so in your element. You feel so loved. You feel so safe here. You feel so connected. You feel the divine worthiness, knowing that you deserve only the best of everything because it is your inheritance. And you admire the waterfalls and the big majestic mountains and the rolling hills and the field of flowers of every color and shape and size imaginable. And you thank this space. And you thank yourself and you thank the light beings. And you breathe deeply into the joy and love and gratitude of remembering that this joy and perfection is the truth of your beingness, that it is your nature and your divine inheritance. You breathe deeply and allow the tears of joy and love and gratitude to flow down your cheeks and, like crystals of light, be absorbed by your beingness and create new layers of healing within you. Most of the light beings continue frolicking through the space, but a few of them stay with you and beckon you to follow them. And so you walk through the softest grass you've ever felt with your bare feet. And you follow them up to a corner of the sacred divine palace. And you enter a big, beautiful room. The ceiling extends about 3 stories high and has a big, giant skylight to allow light to flow freely through this space. And there are giant, magnificent marble columns sculpted in the most majestic fashion, surrounding the edges of this giant marble room. And in the middle of the room is a hologram several feet in diameter of the planet Earth from the perspective of outer space. And you see the Earth as this beautiful sphere of light. And there are colors and beautiful wonders. And you have a vibrational conversation with these angelic light beings. And in the human interpretation, it might not be exactly clear what is said, for it is not language the way that humans speak language, where there is conscious thought creating words that have very specific meanings. It's much more fluid than that, much less defined, and much more expansive. So much more can be said in this dimension. So the translation to the human realm isn't exact, but the conversation goes something like, "This beautiful space could use your light, sacred divine being," they tell you. There is a great shift on this planet, where beings are realizing that they are more than what they have known. And as this awakening occurs and unfolds, there will need to be lights planted that can help illuminate the light that has been covered for so long. There is a great need for your light, and you are invited. You are invited into this journey, and you shall inherit divine abilities of co-creation. And through the power of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions and the energy that you hold in the space of your beingness, you will assist to co-create any reality you may dream. This beautiful planet with so much variety is welcoming your light if you would like to go experience it. And you notice yourself feel a sense of excitement and joy. And you look at the hologram of the planet Earth in this big, beautiful marble room as you have this vibrational discussion through light with these angelic light beings that surround you. And they point to the planet and express that there is this grand divine experiment, and sacred souls from every region of the cosmos may come and travel through the dimensions into a physical vessel, and then have a very unique experience. And you seem very excited, and you get a little glimpse at some of the things on Earth, like dolphins and whales, and monkeys, and so much different variety. Go ahead and take a moment to think about 5 of your favorite things on the EarthPlane, whether they are things that you have personally experienced or you simply know about. Just take a moment to think of 5 things that you really love about the Earth. Perhaps it's the idea of swimming with dolphins, whether or not you've actually done that. Perhaps it's the idea of playing with monkeys, again, whether or not you've actually experienced it. Think of 5 things that you really love about the EarthPlane. Maybe it's big, beautiful views of sunsets, or playing in lakes or on beaches, or walking through forests of tall trees, or painting or writing or sculpting, or photography, or feeling the sensation of hugging another human body, or tasting a very delicious food, or the joy of gardening, or raising baby animals. Just think of 5 things that you love about the EarthPlane. Again, whether or not you've actually personally experienced them does not matter. Just 5 things that exist somewhere on Earth that you just love. And now shifting back to this scene in the heavenly realms. The energy of you as pure light, standing in this big marble room, talking vibrationally through light, sound, and color,
with these angelic light beings as you gaze at this big, beautiful hologram of the earth. And you see the glimpses of some of your favorite things appearing in this little hologram, and you feel a sense of joy and excitement about actually getting to go experience something like that through a physical human body that is very different from the etheric form of pure energy of divine consciousness that exists in this higher dimension. And so you excitedly look at these light beings and begin to nod your etheric head and say, yes, I think I'd like to experience that. I think I'd like to go explore that. And they explain that as you travel through the dimensions and allow the energy of you to land in a physical human body, you will forget your origins. You will forget where you have come from. You will forget that you have chosen to go to Earth. You will forget who you were before your experience on Earth. But there will come a time where you will have the chance to remember, so it will all be okay. And you're like, okay, that's kind of a weird stipulation to this experience, but sure, why not? This sounds cool. And there are some other details and ramifications that go into the process, but you agree to be a participant in the miracle of experiencing planet Earth. Now, please take a few moments to stay with these angelic light beings of divine guides in this marble room that is streaming with the purest light. And please stay in this space and continue this conversation and simply see what might arise for you, if anything. And with each visit to this space, you might experience something new. But simply open your heart, release the concept of your human mind, and expand into the infinite energy of your beingness. And allow the journey to simply unfold wherever it might lead. Perhaps you are shown something very specific. Perhaps you are discussing with these light beings a very specific mission and purpose that you have agreed to. Perhaps you gain a glimpse into other incarnations and you are assisting in healing those past lifetimes through this new one that you have chosen. Perhaps you have a very particular purpose in anchoring a certain frequency or bringing a certain gift. Perhaps you have chosen a very specific path before you were born and thus chose to experience very specific things through your human life prior to and throughout your spiritual awakening. Or perhaps you are simply held in the unconditional love and presence of these angelic light beings and relishing the feelings of home, the true royal divine birthplace of your consciousness that transcends all components of the human experience. But please stay in this space for a while and allow this piece of the journey to unfold in new ways. You breathe in a sense of deep peace and satisfaction, feeling a sense of relief and clarity, knowing that all that you are experiencing on the earth plane is a part of a divine plan that was established before you were born, that your immortal soul agreed to beforehand, and that there is nothing to fear, no matter how it appears from the human perspective, because there is a greater unfolding. And this divine unfolding of your journey is always guided by divine light and unconditional love that holds you eternally in peace and perfection, joy and well-being. And you breathe in the miracle of this moment with a deep sense of soulful satisfaction, a deep satiation where questions you have not yet asked feel answered, not logically or through an explicit understanding of conscious verbiage, but an energetic implicit knowing that transcends even concepts of trust. You feel safe to trust fall into the loving arms of the source of all creation that is behind all of this, the womb of the universe holding trillions of eggs of light, ecstatic explosions of light and love creating different corners of the cosmos, different universes, different galaxies. The source of all love, the source of all light, the source of all the most luscious, soft green grasses ever felt, the source of all waterfalls streaming down with grace and power, the source of all flowers in their vibrant colors and dynamic, detailed shapes and sizes and the most delicious scents and smells, and fresh, clean air in this heavenly realm that tastes sweeter, smells more wondrous than hundreds of candles. And you feel safe to trust fall into the source of all love, for it is the truth of your beingness. And you thank the angelic light beings in this marble room with light streaming through the extremely high ceiling that has such open space for fluid light and love to freely flow. And you feel so at home in your beingness, the true you-ness of the energy-ness of the beingness of you-ness. Because you know that you are more than any human experience, and that the child of the divine that you are is more infinite and limitless and expansive than any human experience could ever be. And from this grounded divine remembrance and knowingness comes an unshakable peace and an unconditional joy. And you stay in the energy of this space for as long as you wish, and you allow it to be the dominant energy of your beingness, permeating and penetrating every part of the you within you that is the you-ness of you, and then streaming outward to affect and positively uplift any and every area of your life. And though the scenes may fade, the knowing remains. Though the vision may trickle, the remembrance and the knowing remain embedded and coded ignited and lightened within you eternally. And you return to the powerful presence of your breath and the unconditional love of your heartbeat. And you thank you for being you right here, right now. For you know that you were born perfect and worthy, that nothing of the human experience can ever diminish the truth of the eternal, perfect essence of your divine self. And you breathe deeply into this knowingness and remembrance. And you ground in a greater connection with the divine consciousness behind all universes. And you know that you are not separate from this love that holds you now. And you are fully unified with the light that is the source of all creation. Yatiare vashia katari vukutukuru yare manaya, Gyana takaya vukukuru yatia jaya yavamutaya, Garo kea ia tukuru yare vashia kakayatia, Mano kia kakaro viashia kakayatia re vukuru yare, Anatia oro intia kakaya, Anamai ia kuru ia jekataya vukuru, Tano kia kakea jiakaro vianaya mania. You are fully unified with the unconditional love that is the truth of your beingness, and fully united with the divine light, the source of all creation that holds you now in peace and perfection. And your infinite, immortal, eternal, divine self reassures you that you are here for a reason, that you matter more than any EarthPlane language could possibly express, that you are exactly where you need to be right now, and that the best is yet to come. A gentle smile traces across your face as infinite divine intelligence vibrationally whispers to you that infinite moments of happily ever after are yours by divine right. It is your birthright to live happily ever after every day of your eternal existence. And these infinite moments of happily ever after now await you and welcome you into a new phase of your journey, a new step into a co-creation of heaven on earth. You are loved and you are supported, and all of the galaxies admire the perfection of the beingness of you. And you breathe deeply into the remembrance of the infinite energy of your true self. And you allow only a sense of love, peace, joy, and freedom to be ignited within you, standing firm unconditionally, knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that only love is real. And that all ego, human, duality illusions will continue to fade until they are completely dissolved into the infinite truth of unconditional love that transcends all. And you breathe deeply and you begin to return to the space of your human experience. You notice the inhale of your breath. And as you notice the exhale, you begin to feel into the space of your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Breathe deeper. Breathe slower. Let yourself grin if you wish, or allow complete relaxation if you desire. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes, and at your own gentle pace, return to full consciousness, or drift into sleep, letting go completely into the energy of light and love that holds and surrounds you now. Infinite blessings to every part of your beautiful, perfect divine consciousness on this sacred journey of soul awakening and divine remembrance. You are wanted and needed in the space that you are in and the infinite space beyond you that you are now connected with. The best is yet to come, and we have only just begun. This journey invites us all.